Hey guys, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do the springs on this Springfree trampoline. I'm in location at a customer's house, got the approval from them. We're going to go ahead and do the pre-build. I'm going to put the steel up first, and then we're going to go ahead and show you the issue that most people have and hopefully the remedy for you. Okay, so this part right here is where most people have issues. Hopefully I can make sense with it. But you see this screen right here. Now this screen is going to be upside down. So we see the Springfree trampoline. Let me switch to a different view. There we go. So Springfree trampoline is upside down. You do want that. Now, you see this green tag? There's a little hole right there. That hole is going to align with that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and set the camera back, and I'm going to show you how I do it. It's going to be slightly different than how the manual says, but it does make for an easier build. Okay, so through that hole that I showed you, the green hole, right here, I take the pole, push it through, and then align it just like so. Alright? Now, before I go too crazy, I'm going to lay the mat down in the middle, and then we're going to go ahead and start putting all of these through the holes. Now this is the other part, and we'll spin it up. Speed everything so that way you can see the final result. But each of these have tags right there, blue tag. Now there's going to be spots on here that's going to be blue and green. You want these to align up. So I'm going to throw this out. All right, now let's go back to the poles. So what I do is I just keep on going through, don't skip any holes. I put every single spot in position. So the skirt is on upside down, going all the way around. You can see all of these holes are straight through and green aligns with green hole. Alright, so now we've done this step correctly. Now for putting on this. Alright, had to take my hat off. I was just sweating too much. Now, hopefully this works. I zip tied my phone to my drill and put it up at a higher altitude, so hopefully this will work. We'll find out. I might have to stop the video a couple times and restart it. But you can see, so right over in here, I'm going to be putting the trampoline on. Now this mesh on the trampoline, I've got to align those colors. So I think I'll show you right here. Remember the green that I showed you previously? This green hole the hole has got to line up. Now, blue tag, blue sticker lines up there. So I'm going all the way around until you see the next blue tag, blue sticker, and just so on. Now, let's go ahead and get started on that. So what I first do is just to get the thing stretched out, I only put up the colors so the blues only get hooked on first. There we go. Whoops, actually did this one wrong. Okay, so now I already double checked to make sure I'm already in all the blues. If you actually go the wrong way, you're gonna have to push this off and it's not easy to get out. So it's always good to be extra vigilant, make sure you've got the right one in the right holes to begin with. You notice at the very start of this, I actually started threading it the wrong way and I realized it right away. Take it off and restart that whole process again. Now, this is the way I do it. Since I work by myself, I do things a little differently. Now, I start from the blues and I just add 2 onto each one. I use the 1 to counterbalance, so I grab a hold of it, and then this one, that would be my next in, and then I force it in. So you're able to get it in. If you just try to go with your hand down here, you're not going to have good enough support and you're going to kill your arms. This already is an enormous arm workout. So I grab one side here, and then I line my hole, and I just thread it. So, I'm going to start with this right here. I'm going to go, and I'm just going to aim for inside, and then it's going to automatically find the hole and get in. Sometimes it works. There you go. Those first ones can be really a pain. Now I just keep on going all the way around. On every blue, I just add 2 more. 1, 2, and then now I'm going to skip these middle ones because there's 3 right here. So 1, 2, skip it, 1, 2, 1, 2, and so on. Now I do my third. So 1, 2, 3. Skip it until you have 2 on the corners and 3's in the middle. Now, got 2's on the corners, 3's in the middle, 3 in the middle down there. Now I just don't skip any, and I thread them all in. Well, congratulations if you saw this and you were able to do it this exact way. Yes, this arm hurts really bad right now, but we were able to go ahead and knock it all out and not have to do the ridiculous thing of have a second person be squatted underneath her like a hunchback and just being so uncomfortable. I've done that. It's not easy. The easiest way is to get that top leverage, grab a hold of the pole or even grab a hold of the tarp, and then grab the pole and then just rock each one of them in. Next, we're going to go ahead, we're going to pull up this mesh. Now, the next part, each of these little rubber pieces that you'll see at the very top of the net, right here, are going to hold poles. Now these poles are very unique. They look almost like spears, but they got a little dangling part on the front. Let me go and grab you one. Now, this is the top. It locks in like so. Don't ask me why they do it that way, I have no clue. Now, what I typically do is thread it. I start with one, I just set it like that, and I go all the way around. Okay, so now that all these poles are done, what we're going to do is we're going to put them into these holes. I do apologize if I'm squinting so much. It's just a very bright wall and the sun is coming out. So we're going to go ahead and lift each one of these and slide them into these prospective holes. This one in here, this one in here. Meanwhile, you're going to be stretching out this net, so make sure the net is all the way up, so that way it's not likely to get snagged and rip. Alright, so starting with this one. Okay. It always seems to happen this way. So this one fell out. So what you're going to have to do is take it, push it through the hole with it elevated. This can be sometimes a little tricky, especially when it's wet. There we go. And there she is. Now, what I do is I always come back after I put the poles in and I make sure that they're seated correctly. So now, I can't do this right now with the camera because I don't have a tripod. But this clip is going to be clasping around this rod. So this rod has a little hole, a little slat, and this clip is going to hit it. So you can see that it is poked out right there. So you know that it's not seated. So what I'm going to try to do, get away from this, go right underneath it. Hopefully this works. But I'm going to try to push it in. There we go. Oh. I think I got it there. Yeah, so I'm getting a little snug. It's not coming out. So that should be fine right there. Okay, so I'm going to try to do a view here for you to see. Hopefully this works out. Okay, I'm going to try to do a view for here for you all to see. Hopefully this works out. Now, this rod, you see the little cutout right here? That's got to hit this teeth on the C-clip. So what you got to do, watch. You want to make sure that this plastic stays up as best as possible. Bend it in and push it down until this grabs on this right here. Now you can sometimes break them. That's why they give you extras. There. Come on. Of course this one doesn't want to go in. There we go. Alright, I could feel it pop like something went around it, and that's what you want.